What do you feel when you hear the news that BTS's Jimin and Jungkook were seen laughing together at the hospital where Jimin's mother was being treated? Did it touch your heart and make you happy to see these two idols supporting each other in such a tense situation? Or did you start feeling a bit skeptical about the truth of the story? For many people, seeing two BTS members, known for their international fame, maintaining their closeness and family bond during military service is an inspiring example of friendship. But do we really know what happens behind the scenes? Did Jimin and Jungkook truly meet at the hospital in such an emotional atmosphere? Or is this just a story fabricated by the media to grab public attention? Jimin, who is serving in the Fire Direction Center unit, and Jungkook, who serves as the cook, are both facing many personal challenges. Jimin has to cope with the reality of his mother's deteriorating health, while Jungkook, his close friend, is doing his best to support him. But is this just a story made to show their human side, or is there something else they're trying to cover up? Have you ever wondered why their meeting became so viral? Why did photos and videos of them together spread so quickly, creating a wave of reactions among fans and fellow soldiers? Is it because they genuinely have such a strong bond, or are we simply drawn to the dramatic story that evokes empathy? In a world increasingly driven by social media and the desire for attention, how can we be sure that the stories presented are real and not just for image building? Everyone has their own perspective. Some people may feel that Jimin and Jungkook's relationship is truly sincere and shows how strong friendship can survive even in very challenging situations. But could it be that we are too idealistic in viewing them? In a world full of marketing strategies and image building, there may be more hidden than what we see. Now, take a moment to think. What would you feel if all of this turned out to be a tactic to maintain a positive public image? What if their meeting at the hospital and their time together during military service were all part of a grand plan created by their agency to keep their image intact with Army and the media? Would you still feel touched, or would you feel deceived? Perhaps some would argue that there's nothing wrong with showing their human side. We all know that Jimin and Jungkook are global idols with a huge influence, not only among BTS fans, but in the entertainment industry as a whole. Maybe they just want to show that, despite their fame, they are still regular people with the same problems and worries as anyone else. But the question is, how far can we trust what we see on social media or in the news? What we see might only be a small part of a bigger story. The photos of them smiling happily could be highlighted to show the positive side of their military life. But what's happening behind all of that? Is it true that they don't feel stressed or tired? Are we too quick to believe what we see without digging deeper into the reality behind it? Now, let's focus on the moments highlighted in this story. Jimin, who seems cheerful despite his mother's illness, and Jungkook, who is always there to support him. Is this just a portrayal of a beautiful friendship, or are there certain elements that are intentionally exaggerated to showcase them as true friends? As readers or listeners, we have the right to question and evaluate whether the story is fully true or just a narrative built to create sympathy. Notice how the closeness between Jimin and Jungkook seems to bring happiness to the other soldiers in the camp. Both of them appear to be symbols of how friendship can overcome all difficulties. But is this a true representation of their lives, or just a story crafted to entertain us? How can we tell the difference between reality and fabrication? It's not just about Jimin and Jungkook, but also about the other soldiers who seem so inspired by their bond. How could two people so famous remain humble and easygoing among soldiers from various backgrounds? Is it possible that, behind the smiles and laughter, there is tension or pressure they're experiencing but are hiding to maintain their positive image? Let's not forget about their interactions with BTS fans. Many fans are proud because Jimin and Jungkook continue to show their humility even while serving in the military. But once again, is this really how they feel? Or are they just following directions from their management to maintain their image? Given how important Army support is for BTS, we can't ignore the fact that every action they take is always monitored and evaluated by thousands of fans worldwide. What about their continued closeness in the military camp? Jimin and Jungkook remain together, even though they are busy with their respective duties. But have you ever considered that this might be part of a strategy to show their strong friendship to the public? What actually happens behind the camera when they're together? Are they truly happy, or is this just an image game? Their support and companionship during difficult times must give them strength, but could it also be a strategy to maintain fan loyalty and their image as idols who never forget their friends? We all know that in the entertainment world, no one is truly free from the spotlight, and every move can become a talking point. Can we really trust what we see, or are we simply following what is presented to us? As fans, we want to believe that Jimin and Jungkook truly share a strong and genuine friendship. But have we been critical enough in examining everything we see and hear about them? Do we believe that all of this is real, or have we been caught up in the narrative created by the media to make us feel connected to their lives? In the end, only we could decide whether this story is something we accept as reality or just a trick to draw attention. Do you feel satisfied with the answers given by this story? Or do you feel that there is more that has not been told? Do we really know what happened behind those hospital doors? Or are we only seeing the surface of a much bigger story? As we delve further into this story, we must ask ourselves, are we only seeing what we want to see? What if the story of Jimin and Jungkook is just a part of a bigger picture, one that we will never know? We know they play important roles in BTS, but do we truly know who they are outside the spotlight? Maybe, in a world increasingly filled with social media and carefully managed images, we are too quick to believe what we see. The photos taken at the hospital, the videos of them laughing together, everything looks so real and pure. But have we questioned why all of this spread so quickly on the internet? Was it truly a coincidence, or is there another factor influencing how the story went viral? The question is, what do we want to believe? Do we believe in the perfect friendship we see, or are we beginning to see that perhaps there are things hidden behind those beautiful images? In the entertainment world, where every step is calculated and every move is watched, can we really trust that there's nothing more than just an image carefully crafted to keep fans loyal? This is not just about Jimin and Jungkook. It's about how we, as the public, are often so caught up in the stories presented to us without questioning what really happens behind the scenes. We see their happiness, we feel their closeness, but do we truly know how they feel beyond the spotlight? Are they feeling pressured by such high expectations, or are they genuinely wanting to show their human side? In the end, this story raises one big question. How much do we really know about the lives of our idols? How much can we trust the stories presented to us? Are we only seeing what they want us to see, or can we dig deeper and understand the story that's never been told? In the entertainment world, public trust is crucial, but so is the reality that's often hidden behind the scenes. By reflecting more deeply, maybe we'll begin to see that every story, whether it's about Jimin and Jungkook or anyone else, has many layers that haven't been uncovered. What we think is the truth may only be a small part of a much bigger story. So, before we jump to conclusions or get carried away by the story presented, perhaps we need to be more careful and critical in evaluating everything we accept.